To the beat of our hearts, we will do the dance of
さまよう人の心のように行き場をなくし闇がこの世界この場所を支配する時が来ても一人で生きるとそっと告げた唇ならば選ばれし者の今と嘘を見抜くそれは不思議にしたような姿誰も止めることもできずただ静かに見つめて
自分の命と引き換えにしてもいい、世界と引き換えにしてもいい、そんなものが本当に存在することを、その日私は知りました。
しすぎ
散らば
Nice.
すぎ見つめることもできない太陽光が溢れるこの道に散らばった今さ
left.
But not everything is so as hard as you see it. As I mentioned before, you don't have to press pump it up holds on the head most of the time. So in this step chart, you can just stay on the hold and only press the actual arrows. Poor David, he wanted his juice after the run, but he could not get it. And a reminder, if you do physical activities, always hydrate, that's important.
That's right, hydration is important, chat.
And here we see yet another use of foot switches, where you have to hold the center panel and switch the feet while not letting the center panel go.
Wow. This stuff is not easy, folks. Not easy at all. And Zelo is showing such phenomenal skill. Triple A+ right here. So much awesomeness. And speaking of awesome, we have a $50 donation from Shinji16 saying, I'm a simple human. I see awesome, I donate. Thrilled to see Zelo, Harukaze, as they are all amazing voices in the rhythm game community, and Jamich as well. Thank you so much for being awesome. Thank you for that donation, Shinji, supporting Doctors Without Borders and cheering our rhythm game spectacular performers here. Let's give it up. We are less than $6,000 of the way to that double 27 boss song. Let's keep those donations coming!
I'm tired already.
Let's give them energy, audience! Zelo, we believe in you.
Let's go, Zelo! Let's go, Zelo! Let's go, Zelo!
We're moving on to yet another unconventional high-level chart, and it fits the song really well, and the song fits our showcase because it's themed over games. This is another cross song from Auto Jam, and it's composed by FE of Forte Escape. It's a sequel to Zero Eyes with Z, but this one uses X as a reference to games from 80s. There are also some game references in both PGA and the song when it says game start, level 1 continue, and other things like this. Yeah, you may have noticed that Zillow is manipulating some of the patterns and not doing actual turns to save the energy. Because pump it up timing windows are pretty huge, it's not impossible to skip the combo, but if you want to get higher score, you will need better accuracy, and then it's much better to actually do the turns.
We are coming in on that 27-minute mark for that $27 donation train. Get your tickets coming. It's about to be all aboard.
Here is Zillow manipulating the large timing windows, doing it as jumps instead of gallops or weird step jumps. You may also notice that there are steps in front of the holds, so player is forced to press those holds in the head and not just stand on them. Ooh, those steppings. You need more practice, states the game.
Yeah, as both a rhythm gamer and a speedrunner, I feel personally called out.
Me too.
Once again, well done. We have $5 from Blackheart Wing saying, Zillow, you're a force of nature and truly one of the coolest people I know. It's amazing getting to see you do what you do best in person here at GDQ. Greetings from the crowd and much love to Haru and Jamich on the couch, less than 3. Blackheart Wings, thank you so much for that generous donation to Doctors Without Borders. And audience, how far away are we from getting that milestone? That's right, let's make it happen. While you're getting prepped, Zillow, we had a $100 donation from the Dance Pad. We've been seeing it the whole time. It says, this feels good, actually. Zillow, we believe in you. Audience, let's give them your energy! We are just over $5,000 away from getting that double 27 boss song, and I know that this $27 donation train will help us get there.
Let's make it happen. In the meantime, we're getting to the halfway point of our showcase. This is level 25, just one level below the hardest singles in the game. And this is way more traditional high difficulty level. You will see a lot of very fast runs at 200 BPM. That's what we expect. The song was done by a prominent South Korean composer Cosmograph, and he's known for contributions to a variety of rhythm games. The song was originally submitted to a contest for TuneIn, but made a debut for Pump It Up in an older mobile game called Pump It Up M. A lot of music from contests and also a lot of originals from Pump It Up M made it into mainline game during Double X and Phoenix. Ultimatum was highly requested by players because it's a really good song.
I don't have anything to add to this one. I'm just gonna let the feet do the talking.
Well, I don't want to talk anymore. Crowd, let's cheer for Zillow. He needs some energy.
Let's go, Zillow. Let's go, Zillow.
Let's go, Zillow. Let's go, Zillow.
Amazing! Amazing!
Amazing push it in.
And what else is amazing too, how many people hopped onto this $27 donation train. We had $27 from Comrade Nix, who left no comment. We have $27 from Jopus Belunker that says, choo choo, 1 ticket to double 27, please, less than 3. We had a $27 donation from Milk saying, choo choo. We had a $54 donation from 2 Wicked saying, this is what they mean by double 27, right? I see what you did there. And we had a $54 donation from Stealthy Dragon saying, I know we all want more GDQ. Can we do that $27 hype train to unlock this bonus song? Buying my ticket and a ticket for my friend Sine, who loves rhythm games. Let's get Bloodborne unlocked. And that's right, we are just over $17,000 of the way to be able to unlock that bonus game.
Thank you so much, everyone who donated for the blindfolded incentive. Zilo is taking a short breather and getting ready. Because what we're gonna see now is really impressive.
Indeed. While Zilo is getting set for that, and again, you are doing phenomenally, Zilo. We believe in you. And what we also have here is a $10 donation from Ellie saying, hey Zilo, Ellie here. Congrats on being the first Dance Game Showcase live on the big stage. I know you're gonna crush it. Hope we can meet up in person again soon. It's been too long. Always great hanging out with you in Rhythm Game and Doom spaces. Ellie, thank you so much for that generous donation. While we're continuing to get set for that blindfold showcase, which all of you had contributed for, we have a $250 donation from Slowpoke, who took on the Couches Challenge in making me do this. Pneumano ultramicroscopic silico volcano coniosis. Seeing Zilo beat this game is truly quite ferocious. Will we get the 27 super special bonus? Pneumano ultramicroscopic silico volcano coniosis.
Great job, Tiki! You nailed it!
And now to see something actually really hard, Zilo is getting the blindfold on. We are $4,000 away from seeing yet the other amazing milestone for Pump It Up Phoenix. We are $4,000 away from that double 27 boss song. Chat, we are so close, less than half of the showcase to go. Get those donations in.
Yeah, Zilo can't see anything. I checked myself. Pump It Up is not new to people learning charts and playing them without seeing arrows. There were a few missions where you had to memorize step chart because you could not see what's going on. And there's even a special modifier non-step, which completely removes arrows from the screen. There's also a title, Pump is a Sense, referencing to one of the old school players who played Lava the Danger Zone, Nightmare or Double 21, while blindfolded just like Zilo right now. Due to Pump It Up using a lot of patterns, so sequences that repeat in itself in different step charts, it may be slightly easier to memorize charts in Pump than other games because you can memorize sequences and not arrow by arrow.
Yeah, but typically everything in the game is readable on the fly, so when you see him without the blindfold on, he is still reacting to the notes on the screen. It helps to know it, but you don't need to memorize it to play the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, experienced players can just see patterns in chunks and they don't need to read arrow by arrow. So here we move to doubles, which utilizes both sides of the platform and all 10 panels. Pump It Up includes doubles in all the tournaments, it includes doubles in ratings, so every high-level player should be equally good in both singles and doubles. There's also much more interesting movement in Pump It Up due to how the layout works. So doubles are really fun.
Amazing!
Triple S, only 3 grades, 1 bad and 5 misses. This is so good. Reminder, Zilo can't see anything. It's all from his memory.
Amazing.
I see dark, lots and lots of dark.
Lots of dark. Well, we're seeing lots of support here, including $25 from the Valiant Son, saying, Zelo, you're one of the nicest people I've had the pleasure to meet and the most cracked dance game rhythm gamer I've seen. So pumped to see you pump it up on the main stage. Thank you for the generous donation, Valiant Son. While Zelo is getting ready, we also have a $75 donation from JQ Tran saying, congrats on showcasing Pump It Up. Best of luck getting the new high scores. Thank you, JQ Tran, for your wonderful support of Zelo.
Love you, God.
And Zelo can't see it, but we are just over $3,000 away from meeting that double 27 boss song.
So just as we did with singles, we start mid-range and we're gonna move up in difficulty. This is double 90. And in Pump, there are several ways to make doubles harder that are not typical for singles. So we can have stretches, we can have fly and turn in movement, or we can have difficult patterns in middle six. This used to be called half doubles in older games. Nowadays that difficulty is not used, but there is still reference to it with a set of titles called half.
And Pump is well known for having a bunch of extra modes, like it's the singles and doubles, but you mentioned half doubles, and there's also a bunch of co-op charts for as many as 5 players?
Yes, as many as 5. Actually, they tried to revive half doubles in the upcoming Steam game for Pump It Up called Pump It Up Rise. Very, very hyped to see what they're cooking for that. So I mentioned titles. It's a set of achievements in Pump It Up. Zelo has a title of Specialist, which he equips on his profile name. Specialist is a master title where you have to complete 50 different achievements. The title system was introduced in previous game, Double X, and it motivated a lot of players to improve because it gives them guidelines on what they can play and not just be lost coming to the arcade. This song is based on menu music from Pump It Up Prime and is composed by Max, who is in-house composer and also sound engineer for the game. Great job.
Very nice.
Yeah, that thrill at the very end is very hard to time, especially when you can't see the arrows. It's really easy to get off. This song is not notoriously late, so Zelo has to hold himself.
Yes, indeed. And what else is going fast are the donations coming in for that double 27 boss song. We're just over $1,600 away from meeting that incentive. Supporting us for this was a $100 donation from Andrew Martin that says, woo, love these rhythm game showcases, calling out my favorite rhythm game song from a long time ago, Burning Heat from Beatmania and DDR. Thank you so much for that generous donation, Andrew. We also had $125 from Super Spicy Turi saying, pump up the jam, pump it up, keep these donations coming.
I got a feeling we can get there by the end of this song if we try real hard.
Let's make it happen. Zelo, how you feeling?
Let's go!
Audience, you know what to do. Cheer Zelo on. He can't see a thing, but is doing absolutely amazing!
And we're going into the last song of the blindfold segment of the showcase. This is my favorite Seed Sound song. Seed Sound is a South Korean team of composers and vocalists. Pump It Up used to have good contacts with them, so several songs were licensed and they also used some vocalists for original Pump It Up tunes. This chart is not original to the song. It was introduced later and it was first used in a mission, and then they thought it's good enough, let's add it to arcade.
So what do you mean by mission?
There used to be a mod with specific tasks. There were many tasks players could perform and either unlock things or get some achievements from that. But they decided that it's probably better to use titles instead of missions, so they moved away from it. There are no more missions in Pump It Up Phoenix. Yeah, this chart represents a pretty common charting style for Pump It Up, when there are a lot of easy things when it's not choruses, and in choruses it's just a long stream of 16th notes just complements the music. Yeah. Even though the patterns are not very complicated, there is a lot of them in this run. And it's pretty easy to get lost in the middle six. Great recovery here. Let's go, Lilo. And finish strong. Great job.
And you know what else is finishing strong? We have just over $500 left to go. That double 27 boss song! Helping us out get there was a $27.27 donation from an amazing donor to MSF saying, blindfolded, this is incredible! We also have $27 donation from PatRam91 saying, another ticket to double 27, please. That's right, there were so many that joined in on that $27 donation trade, including another anonymous ticket holder donating $27 saying, I'm doing my part. And a $27 donation from Cohen saying, you mean I could get us closer to more Pump and one of my favorite games of all time with a single donation? Easiest decision I've made all week. That's right, Cohen. That donation got us closer to that double 27 boss song and to unlocking any percent glitchless of Bloodborne by Blanks later on. Let's hear it! Zelo, how you feeling?
He's ready.
Fantastic. Well, when you are ready, let's continue seeing the phenomenal gameplay.
Yeah, y'all may recognize this tune. Pumptress 8-bit is a chiptune version of Pumptress Quadro, which in turn was an arrangement of 4 teams from Tetris.
So that note, that's like 4.5 feet apart, by the way.
Yeah, so this is something different here. We've heard arcade songs so far, but Pump It Up also has shorter songs and longer songs, and this is a shortcut, means it's slightly under 1 minute, and most of the shortcuts are teamed. This one is teamed over stretches. When we first saw this released in Fiesta, we thought it's made for 2 people, so wide the patterns are. The makers say they've made it